everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. It's nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well. This is the preview of West Ham's 6th away game of the 23-24 Premier League season, where we travel to South West London to the G-Tech Community Stadium to take on Brentford for a 3 o'clock kickoff this Saturday afternoon. And as a result of it being on the Saturday afternoon, guys, this isn't being broadcast on any UK TV channel. As always, guys, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro gear, guys, as you can see from the icon that's up here, along with track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts made by Admiral and Umbro, so go check those out. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, as I always say, guys, I'll be sending on to the charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. They're based in the Newham area and they're helping those in the Newham area and the Essex County and further afield for that matter to help put food on the tables for those who've been really struggling over the last 4 to 5 years. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to the club shop, and you'll be helping those the less fortunate than you and I. So guys, as always, there's going to be timestamps in the description below for these previews, so stay with us for as long as you can. Otherwise, if you're in a rush, then jump around. There's cards everywhere. You can see what you want to look at. So guys, let's start off by talking about the officials. The referee for this game, regardless of what everyone was saying on Wednesday night, it isn't the same referee as the Arsenal victory in the League Cup on Wednesday night. It is actually Thomas Bramall. His assistants are Simon Bennett and Mark Scholes. The fourth official is John Busby. VAR is back, unfortunately, guys. The actual VAR is Michael Salisbury, and his assistant is Derek Eaton. So let's crack on with it, guys. Brentford. More specifically, as we know, they haven't been in the Premier League all that long, so to do a last six, we can't do that yet. They've been in the Premier League for this is their third season in the Premier League now. So our away record against Brentford since they got promoted, we've lost both games, conceding 4 goals and scoring absolutely nothing. Now Brentford are, at the time of this recording, 10th in the table with 3 wins, 4 draws and 3 losses, scoring 16 goals and conceded 12 goals on a +4 goal difference on 13 points, 1 point behind us. Now, it was quite funny to see that there was a stat that went up earlier in the week, or towards the end of last week, I should say, that said that Brentford have won more games at Stamford Bridge than Chelsea have since April. And to be honest with you guys, their away form since the start of the season kind of also almost like reflects that as well. They've won 2, drawn 1 and lost 2, scoring 7 goals and conceding 4. Now, Thomas Frank's go-to formation as part of their style of play, of course, is an attacking 4-3-3. Brentford have had it a little bit easier than us this week. No excuses being made straight away. It's a matter of fact that they've had no football. They lost to Arsenal in the previous round of the League Cups, and they didn't have any Europe to play over the last week or so. So they've been able to rest. They've been able to do their training as well since their last game of this they played last weekend as well, for that matter. Now, to go on to continue about Brentford's style of play, they like to take lots of shots, attacking through the middle and playing in their own half. They are very strong at shooting from direct free kicks, strong at attacking set pieces, attacking down the wings as well, creating chances through using through ball, and scoring chances and aerial duels. But they are weak at protecting the lead. That's their only that's their only weakness so far. Now, so I like, loads of people have been tipping Thomas Frank to be the next West Ham manager for at least last season and a half. That's for sure. Obviously, that's not on the cards as yet, which we'll go into in a minute. But Brentford's injuries, it seems they have long-term injuries to Rico Henry, who's out until the end of the season with a knee injury, from what I've been able to find. Ivan Toney is suspended until mid-January, as we know, for the breaching of betting rules as well, for that matter. Sade is, I think that's how you pronounce it, or Shade, I think Sade, is out until mid-January too with an abductor injury. De Silva is out till the end of the month with a thigh injury. Damsgaard is out till the middle of November. with a knee injury and is currently being assessed. Lewis Potter is the same estimated return, with his calf and shin injury being assessed as well. And Baptiste may return this week from his shoulder injury, and again, like everybody else at the moment, they are being assessed. Now, of the players that are fit, players to look out for, Mbeumo is the highest goal scorer away with 3 goals and 1 assist. Also joint highest assister along with Ajer, Jensen and Mopé, and also Wissa. Mbeumo is very strong at crossing, taking set pieces, and strong at key passes, and plays the ball off the ground often and playing long balls. He likes to cut inside and cross and counter-attack threat big time. This kid is a big counter-attack threat. Pinnock and Collins are highest at their aerial duels. The goalkeeper, Strakoza, is strong at long passing, but he seems to be weak at saving long shots. So if we had him, of course, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but if we had Paquetá, that we need that sort of shot that he scored in the Olympiacos game, that would be, he'd struggle with that by the sounds of it, this goalkeeper. Now, Ben Mee is another player to look out for, who likes to play long balls. He's an indirect set-piece threat and plays off the ball along the ground often. Strong at aerial duels and concentration and blocking the ball, but he is weak at passing. So if we can exploit that, just force an error, as they say in tennis, forced error. Just make him make a mistake, and we can counter-attack on that. Ajer likes to dribble and play long balls, but is weak at passing and crossing and concentration. Jensen plays the ball off the ground often as well, aka long balls. Likes to play long balls, as I'm saying. Likes to tackle. Strong at key passes and taking set pieces and concentration, but he is weak at passing and aerial duels. Now, Baptiste, if he's fit, which he probably will be knowing our luck, he is strong at dribbling. He does not dive into tackles, but he is weak at passing and aerial duels and tackling, and very weak at discipline, which is one of the reasons why he's probably been told not to dive into tackles. Mopé is strong at long shots, so he likes to do layoffs, but he is weak at defensive contributions. Wissa is strong at headed attempts, weak at passing and offside awareness and crossing as well, for that matter. He is an indirect set-piece threat, and he likes to draw fouls quite a fair bit. So 2 counter-attacking teams should be entertaining. Hopefully, now let's turning to West Ham, of course. Hopefully the result that we got against Arsenal on Wednesday night, or last night, depending on when you guys are watching this, hopefully that's going to give us a little bit more of an impetus. We went 3 games we've got 3 games beaten in the space of 8 days before the League Cup. But it was great from that point of view. Now, as we remember, against Everton, Paquetá and Alvarez got booked, and therefore they are suspended for this game. So, but it was nice to see us out and see them out in the Arsenal game as well, for that matter. Mbeumo is a situation I've discussed on previously, but if you haven't seen that in the previous video that I talked about, Mbeumo is in negotiations, shall we say, but it doesn't look very likely that he's going to get a new deal, because apparently he seems to want more than the club is offering in terms of. I don't think it's money. I just think it's promises and expectations. I mean, let's not forget, guys. Mbeumo was the only player that didn't go out on loan from the under-21s last season, because Moyes said, and I quote, "We want to keep him around and play a vital part in the Premier League this season." This is the 11th game of the Premier League. This is our 15th game of the season so far, and he's not had a sniff over half an hour, 40 minutes. It's not good enough from West Ham as far as I'm concerned. But guys, let's talk about the starting 11, because there's no other injuries or no other news really to talk about. Now, it's really difficult to figure out who's going to replace Paquetá and Alvarez. It really, really is. We got a very good glimpse against Arsenal as to what we could be doing if all players are firing on all cylinders. Now, it took 50 minutes for that to happen, really, in the League Cup. But it's very, very difficult to pinpoint. I mean, the defensive midfield positions take care of themselves. You see it in a minute. But the midfield positions were the hardest to try and figure out, and this is what I would think. This is what I would do personally. And also, guys, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you would do if you were David Moyes. Not what you think David Moyes is going to do, what you would do if you were in David Moyes' position. This is the starting 11 that I would put out if I was the boss of West Ham United. Areola in goal, with a back four of Soufal, Zuma, Mavropanos and Emerson. James Ward-Prowse and Thomas Soucek in the defensive midfield positions, with Kudus, Benrahma and Cornet in the midfield, supporting Bowen up front. Now, I know Aguerd got a lot of plaudits against Arsenal, but he was shocking in the first half. He really genuinely was. Great ball, don't get me wrong, great ball over to Kudus, which is probably one of the reasons why everybody rates him so high. He did do a lot of completed passes. Some were more complete than others, but I do think Mavropanos more than showed his worth, and I've said for many weeks now, guys, many videos, that I think that Aguerd is too error prone and needs the bit of time out to relax and just do it. As I say, he made with the League Cup game, he made 4 errors in the space of 12 minutes, guys. It was pathetic from that point of view. Benrahma, as we know, he seems to be working best in the number 10 position, so I would personally put him in Paquetá's position for one game. Cornet out on the left is a bit of a default. Kudus out on the right, and Bowen up front, because we seem to have more attacking threat with Bowen. Yes, okay, there's an argument about losing defensive coverage in the midfield as a result of Bowen being up that further up, but the protection is the protection. I don't think we're going to win this game in any shape or form. It'd be nice, of course, to get a point, to keep the momentum from Wednesday night going. But as always, guys, thank you very much for your time. Put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you're thinking. Look after yourselves, and I will see you very soon. We will be doing the live watch along on Saturday afternoon, so make sure you're around for that from 2:45. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. We'll start to the weekend, I should say, and I'll see you very soon. All the best now. Take care.